For almost the entirety of Pokemon Pocket's existence, one deck has been the most played deck in tournaments. But that deck, Mewtwo EX, has had a notably poor matchup against Pikachu EX and to a lesser extent some other fast strategies. Until now. Let's take a look at what Mewtwo EX has done in order to become not just the most played deck in tournaments, but one of the best in the game, maybe the best deck right now, just by adding one card. First, let's take a look at the classic Mewtwo EX setup. Mewtwo EX, of course, being a basic EX Pokemon, has a baseline level of ability to get out on the board and start doing damage, but that's not really what we play for here. The deck is built to use Mewtwo EX as the sweeper, with Gardevoir providing extra energy. Mewtwo EX has 2 attacks, a 2 energy attack that does 50 damage, and a 4 energy discard 2 attack that does 150 damage. This 150 damage attack is enough to deal with almost every Pokemon in the game, with the exception of some of the bigger EX mons, Gengar EX, for example, and of course, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard EX are not getting one hit by Mewtwo EX. But it will basically kill everything in the Pikachu EX deck, everything in a Blaine deck, everything in an Arcanine EX deck. There are exceptions, but this is a very powerful Pokemon that can be paired with an energy battery in the form of Gardevoir to do a lot of damage. There is one notable weakness, though. Because this deck wants to be paired with an energy battery, it tends to have poor matchups against decks that can rush it down. The most prominent of those decks is Pikachu EX, a deck that can just get ahead, start blowing your stuff up, and then once it's ahead enough that it can two-shot your Mewtwo and you won't be able to win on the back end of that exchange, you're just going to lose the game basically 100% of the time. That matchup is what prompted the tech inclusion of Small Mewtwo. Small Mewtwo has stats, but they aren't particularly relevant except for a couple of them. The reason you're playing this card very explicitly is that it is a 120 HP card that gives up only 1 prize and has a retreat cost of only 2. This makes it an excellent wall. When you're playing something like, Snorlax or whatever, this is usually going to be a better option. This card ends up being one of the best walls in the game, and the reason for this is very straightforward. This card is good in both the Pikachu EX matchup and the Mewtwo EX mirror. And this is also a very interesting tech inclusion because of the way that Pokemon Pocket works when it comes to basic Pokemon. Basic Pokemon have a higher chance of appearing in your opening hand. That's pretty obvious, right? You are guaranteed at least one basic Pokemon in your opening hand. So you're going to see them more than other cards in your deck just based on that. But in addition, Pokeball goes and gets basic Pokemon. So relying on basic Pokemon as core parts of your strategy has been one of the more dominant things in Pokemon Pocket to begin with. This card, as a one-of tech card in many other games, would not be able to be as impactful as it is. But because it shows up off of Pokeball, because it can show up in your opening hand at a higher rate than another non-basic Pokemon card, you end up seeing it more. And that means that a one-of card like this, a tech card that is very, very good against the Pikachu EX matchup and is not all that bad in the Mewtwo mirror, can be the difference between winning and losing. And I consider that a fascinating dynamic. If this card were not a basic Pokemon, it would not be as effective because you would be seeing it in less games. That's crazy to me. The role this card has is basically to sit there and soak damage while your actual Mewtwo starts getting energy attached to it on the bench. In Pikachu EX, this has very obvious applications. This card cannot be one-shot by anything Pikachu EX can do, barring a really good Zapdos 3 energy roll. And if it dies and you have a Mewtwo EX on the back end in your bench to send in and blow up the thing that killed this, you will probably win the game from there. The way Pikachu EX tends to work is its biggest threats are EX Mons. So if you are able to send this out there, start tanking, build up energy on your Mewtwo, this guy eventually dies, you send in your Mewtwo EX, immediately blow up anything that did the damage to kill this, which is usually going to be an EX Mon, you are up 2 prizes. You have the ability to one-shot every single thing in their deck. It is very hard to lose the game from there. Even in the Mewtwo Mirror, this is a pretty reasonable card. Although the upside of being a basic Pokemon and seeing this card more does mean that sometimes you're going to have worse or more awkward draws when you're trying to get your Ralts engine online, or specifically to get to Mewtwo EX, it does perform a valuable service in that mirror because it is able to do the same thing. It soaks damage. A Mewtwo EX is probably the only thing that's going to be able to kill it. And then when that Mewtwo EX kills it, it's going to die to your Mewtwo EX because you had enough time to build up energy on your Mewtwo EX. That's pretty much what the role of Baby Mewtwo is here, but I don't necessarily think his applications are only in this deck. I have actually seen Blastoise decks running this card. Just make sure that if you do that, you make sure you turn off Psychic Energy. The way this card is being used right now is basically small Snorlax. One of the major issues with Snorlax is its massive retreat cost. This card does not have the same issues. It's got 30 less HP, but that breakpoint isn't actually all that relevant. A lot of stuff is not going to be able to break through this in one hit anyway, and anything that would be breaking through it in one hit tends to be breaking through it in one hit and also breaking through anything else in your deck and even a Snorlax in one hit, right? Like, you get 120'd by some amount of stuff. Arcanine EX comes to mind, but most things are doing in the 90 to 100 range or in the 150 to 200 range, right? A Mewtwo EX is going to blow up a Snorlax the same way it's going to blow up this. And that is a unique and interesting application for this card because it's really just there to soak damage and let your sweepers set up. And I'm interested to see if Mewtwo Baby over here can actually start getting wide adoption as one of the best in slot applications of this kind of stall tactic. Outside of just the metagame implications of this card, it is worth talking about specifically what makes Mewtwo EX as a deck so strong. And baseline, I don't think it's very surprising that two of the strongest decks in Pokemon Pocket, Mewtwo EX and Pikachu EX, are Stage 1 EX Mons with an attack that can actually start happening fairly early. But that's not really exactly why Mewtwo EX is so strong. Mewtwo EX is so strong because 150 damage deals with basically everything in the game, or at least most things, and it has access to a very powerful energy battery in the form of Gardevoir. What this game, Pokemon TCG Pocket, has seemed to be about for me, in my experience with it, has been two things. The first is energy manipulation. That can be energy efficiency, that can be energy batteries, that can be knocking your opponent's Pokemon out that they have invested energy in. And the second is doing damage and getting prize cards. And Mewtwo EX is excellent at both of these things and comes with pairings with other Pokemon that make it even better at that. This is a Pokemon that is good in multiple roles. If you're on the draw, you can start pressuring with that 50 damage attack on a Mewtwo EX in the active position and start actually trying to force your opponent to invest their energy differently. If you're looking to build up a big Mewtwo EX and then just sweep the entire game, you can play that way too. Gardevoir, of course, is excellent at creating those situations. But ultimately, what this card does better than almost every card in the game right now is pressure your opponent's energy. Anything they invest into is liable to be blown up by Mewtwo EX. And that is a dangerous situation for them to be put into. There are Pokemon that can go over the top of that 150 damage. And those typically are the Pokemon you have the poorest matchup against. Pokemon like Charizard EX are actually very strong into a deck like Mewtwo EX, where Arcanine EX dies to the 150. Even cards like Blastoise and cards like Venusaur, just not getting one shot, and especially with Venusaur, the ability to heal all the way back up, it can actually be relevant. Nearly every other threat in the game, though, is going to fall beneath the power of this card. And that is the main thing that sticks out to me about this deck. Yes, Baby Mewtwo is incredibly smart tech for a metagame that seems to have a lot of Pikachu in it. Absolutely. Yes, in turn, a lot of Pikachu decks are going to be going to Raichu because it deals with that Baby Mewtwo much more efficiently. Also a thing that matters. However, The main thing that I want to get across here is that Mewtwo was previously fully on the back foot in this matchup, and now thanks to Baby Mewtwo, you're going to be able to build up this one into an absolute killer and sweep. Gardevoir, of course, also bears a little bit of a special mention here. We can't really not talk about her. We talk about how much of the game is so energy-centric, and she is a card that doubles your energy per turn effectively. I think one of the things that has been consistent across a lot of good decks is either hyper-efficient energy usage, that's Pikachu EX, or an incredible amount of energy cheat. Anything playing Moltres EX, anything playing Gardevoir, anything playing Misty. That is sort of what the metagame looks like right now. That's what people are playing. That's the stuff that exists at the top levels. Those are the things that are doing things in the strongest way. And I think that's really a good way to understand it right now. The game is still in a fairly rudimentary stage. And that means that this kind of stuff that is just blanket stronger than other things people are doing can find real purchase in a metagame and can be very difficult to dislodge. Gardevoir has been a core part of every Mewtwo deck, and Mewtwo has been 25% of tournament decks played since Pokemon Pocket existed. That is a straightforward one-to-one correlation. This is a deck that cheats energy and has a good basic EX Pokemon. That's honestly, I'm not saying that's the only thing that matters, but if you told me, here I have a deck that cheats energy and has a good basic EX Pokemon, I would imagine that deck to be pretty good right now. All right, y'all, thank you so much for making it through that video. As always, I've been Cam Best. We're going to cut to some gameplay right now. I will say I had a little bit of the sound coming through. You might have heard some notes from the Pokemon theme song while I was talking. I'm hoping my mic settings were set such that it didn't get picked up, but if it did, I do apologize for that. I will fix that in the future. As always, I've been KM Best, aka KM Pocket. I hope you enjoy this look at what might genuinely be the best deck in the game just by changing one card. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, this is not what I meant! Game! Why are you doing this to me? Oh my god. I don't think most Mewtwo run it. Again, I'm trying to tell you, you do, actually. Baby Mewtwo for the Pikachu EX matchup is, like, explicitly what people are doing in tournaments right now. Okay. I do like that I have an X speed. Do I fire off a red card if they started just Moltres EX? I kind of think I don't. Okay. Good thing I didn't red card. Been there, buddy. Change the red card with X speed. We already have 2 X speeds. If I could run 3 X speeds, I would. I would run so many more than 3x. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. No, I would run 3x speeds. I'm pretty sure I would run 3x speeds. That happens. I would do that. Ooh. This is a tough matchup, I think. I do like Croft's research here. A Pokeball is 66% for Ralts. And if they don't immediately evolve, we get to at least blow up a Staryu. 2 Crown Mewtwo. These are my only crowns. But they are like the majority of the reason I play this deck. We got a Ralts. I'm gonna put it on the front Mewtwo just for the threat. With no Kirlia, but yes, Prof's research, we are... Like, I got 3 shots, effectively, at a Kirlia here. They go for the Evolve. 130, I don't like my odds unless I get to the Kirlia, right? Oh. I like my odds. Go ahead. Oh, God. Oh, God. Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, they put it on the Blastoise. Whoa! That doesn't seem right. Whoa! Okay. Alright. They beefed it. So first things first, guard it up. Then we're gonna activate Guard's ability. Then we're gonna potion this Mewtwo. Then we're gonna equip to this Mewtwo. Then we're gonna absolutely blow up that Starmie EX. And then they're gonna... I don't really think it matters. What's your favorite full art card? I actually don't love the Crown Mewtwo, honestly. I don't love it. See, if they put that on the Articuno... Okay, so we have Mewtwo Ralts here. Articuno EX. Alright, so I think we know what's happening here. Travis Green, thank you for the Prime. I think we know what's happening here. Get a Mewtwo down. And, I don't think I'm getting anything out of this, so screw it. Why not? Makes me a little bit more immune to red card here. I feel like they're not really going to want to red card me at 3. And if they are 18 Trainer Articuno, I'm not saying I'm going to be fine, but, like, you know. Surely we don't get another Misty Sweep. Yes? Yes? Oh, God. What the fuck? Okay. Sure. That's exactly the card we needed. It's fine. Yep. Yep. Okay, so if I put this Mewtwo out, Put one on this Mewtwo. What's the order here? If I put this Mewtwo out, equip one with the Kirlia. Oh, what the fuck? No! Wait, I'm a genius. Ah! They go get a basic. They do 80 here, which takes us to 60. Unless they have a Misty, again, we win. Unless they have a Misty again. Which they could. But they have to have a Misty and get a Misty. They have to have a Misty and coin flip. So let's see. Do you have it? They do not. Surely with these Pokeballs, we don't hit 2 Mewtwo's and we get a Ralts, right? Whoa! I'm getting bruxed. Holy shit. What a horrifying Pokemon. Oh my god. For once in my life, can Misty not? Sure. Yeah. I guess that was too much to ask. Surely this is a Ralts and not the other Mewtwo, right? Oh, I'm gonna die. Can't be real, dude. Can't be real, dude. Oi. Oi. I'm confused. To get a basic, I'm into it. I think at this point I might be supposed to start, this is an interesting spot. If they have something that can revenge kill my Mewtwo, that's bad. But if they don't, I can just start building that one up. Yeah, that's bad. What's my actual move here? I think I meant to start building up the second one. This one gets the kill regardless. There's nothing that 70s into it. And I'm kind of thinking what I can do is set up such that this Mewtwo can just fight it out, fight it out, fight it out, fight it out. Whoa, do they have another Misty? Surely they don't have another Misty. Finally. Finally. Okay, that actually does mean we win. But, like, good lord. Well, I can't complain about this hand, I think. Misty, more like Misty. She has not done any missing, dog. Whoa! Oh my god, they're so cool. Oh my god, I'm getting brocked. I want them to win so bad. I actually cannot think of a deck I would rather lose to. Oh my god, please, dude. Yes! They're so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a beast. I'm going for the second Mewtwo EX because of my X speed, for the record. Yo! Oh man, that's so slick. Oh my god, they're popping off. Let's fucking go. They tried to add the baby Mewtwo. I have the baby Mewtwo. Yes, it is. Bro, my land is so crushed. I kind of think I'm supposed to X speed this Mewtwo back in, swap in this Mewtwo, and then revenge kill the Onyx here. That might be really stupid, though. Is it stupider than letting this Mewtwo die? If I get Sabrina'd here, we're in the exact same situation we already were. So I think I'm just okay. And I think having that happen is like, it's not good, but it's not that bad. They've used 2 Brocks. They're not going to be able to get that far ahead. Hit for 80. I don't like that. But I don't think they can get to this yet. Okay, so obviously I do love having the potion here. I love having a Gardevoir. I love doing this. I love activating Gardevoir. I love hitting for a billion. Now, the way I see it is, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, and they're trying to set up for Aerodactyl. They're trying to set up for Aerodactyl, but that'll let me middle, right? Because if they invest in the old Amber, I get to start putting stuff on Gardevoir and whatnot, right? Or putting stuff on other Mewtwo, because I just get this stuff for free, right? Do I want to middle this here? Like, it's not like they can actually get the Onyx out, so I just get to start putting energy on other stuff for free. Do I put it on this Mewtwo, though? Like, am I playing Mewtwo here and going for a 120? I think I probably am. Slap for 150? If I slap for 150 and they Aerodactyl me, I guess that's actually fine, right? It's not like the thing dies. And I can just keep sending in guys until they do something. It puts them on, they have to have Aerodactyl, and they have to win the coin flip. And then they have to keep winning the coin flip, right? Oh, wait. If they lose the coin flip, I can just bring in the other old... Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. If they lose the coin flip, I can just bring in that old Amber with a... If they lose the coin flip, I just get to summon that old Amber. I know what's happening. I'm in it. I'm in it and I can't get out. This is a great start, but not a lot of great follow-up. Okay, so kind of problematic here. If they start drawing cards, we're kind of in trouble. The matchup's not good, not bad. I mean, it's a mirror. Oh. Okay, they're playing the card Hand Scope, which I think is good for us because that card is not very good. I'm going to set up to pressure their Mewtwo EX. Because I have 2 potions and an X speed, which it's not the ideal hand, but it's a I'm setting up for tempo hand. And because I'm not getting towards Kirlia, I think we're just going to have to sit here and do our... Oh my god. That's a tempo play. I mean, I guess it's coin flip tempo, right? 75%. All right. They go for the coin flips. They hit us. We try to coin flip back. And the coin flip next turn is going to be the one that matters because it gets us towards that 150. This coin flip, irrelevant. Coin flip next turn is the one that matters, not this one. I'm just going to take my high percentage chance here, unfortunately. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but if we get got, we get got. We'll take our high percenter here. Because it's not like if the thing is asleep, we can retreat anyway. Yep. Okay, so we are now on a 50% to immediately lose the game. Let's find out. Ooh, scary. All right, we're good. Scary, 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 scary. However, do I even need to do potions here? I'm going to do 1 potion, I feel like. Yep. We got there. Okay, hand. Didn't die to Sab? How did we not die to Sab there? Their Moltres had 70, right?
Because of 2 guards? Yeah, but they just kill one with the Moltres with 70 on it. They'd already done their thing. Any one unit dies. That's pretty fucking good. You had outs? I had outs. I'm not saying I didn't have outs. What's your favorite Pokemon that isn't yet in pockets? Lugia. Bro, I got bombed. I got bombed. Now I get executed. They hit me for $1 billion with this Exeggutor EX. Which I can try to race, but I doubt I can do so successfully. My sleeves just... Wait, they don't have an Exeggutor EX? Oh, they're fucked. Oh my god. It's actually all ogre. It's actually all ogre, dude. Do you think I could trick them into putting the Petalil out there? No, come on. Come on! Sad. That can't be right. Uh-huh. You gonna do it? So I go down to enough that I can kill an Exeggutor EX on the run back. Whoa! Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't get it, but we'll see what happens. Potion. Potion. This takes us to 90, so if they had another Giovanni and an Exeggutor EX, they'll get my ass. But pretty much anything that isn't that, and they super eat it. Actually, yeah, I just Sabrina them. What am I talking about? Now they can't Exeggutor EX. Get out of here, dude. Come on, Petalil me. They just get sapped.